Of course, I realized a couple of minutes ago that my screen was not being shown. So that was really stupid from me. And I was talking, I guess that some people may have heard me and they were not able to see a thing that I was doing. So that was really stupid. I apologize. I'm going to repeat all that part. So, well, I'm Diego Lizarazo, and this is the fourth stream that I've done so far here on Twitch, and I'm going to be recording all of them. So, in case that you miss one of them, I also miss to record some of them at the beginning, so they are going to appear on my YouTube channel. And worst case scenario, you still can see them on my blog, or you can check them on my YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm going just to start, and I'm going to show you first several things. So the first one is where to download Construct, and you can go to this page that is like Sira.com. So that's the name, or Sira. I've never been really certain of the pronunciation. And you have a free download, and you can buy also the product. Obviously, with the paid product, you can do a few more things than what you were able to do before, but still, with the free version you can do almost the same thing. Also, would like to point this page or this post in my blog that is about free game templates that I created with Construct 2, and that gives you lots of links that you can use to download games and do different things on your own. So that being said, I'm going to go back here to my game. I'm going to show you how this game is working so far. I made a modification while basically no one was paying attention, so the game is just to touch these little pink aliens that you have here, and you get more points as you touch these aliens. But you have the enemies that are the green ones that we have here, and whenever you touch one of them, you are going to lose points, and to the point that it gets to game over. If you get to negative score, then you get a game over. The modification that I made has to do with what we have here. In the previous stream, I had only 2 layers. This time I added one more, that is the UI, and I moved the score and the game over there. And how do you move an element to a different layer? You just have to click on it and go to the properties that you have on the left side, and you just move here the layer, that is this one in particular. So I moved the game over message and the score message that we have here. And this is a perfect example because it shows that the elements like the monster and the also aliens are going to appear behind the UI, that in this case is the score and the game over. So the other thing that I was showing you is that this template that I'm going to recreate it, but it doesn't, just takes 2 seconds. That it's a template that comes with Construct 2, and is a platformer that you have here. And here I think the UI and the layer is has a better example than what I'm doing, and you see that it has exactly the same layers that I have in my other project. That is here, UI, game, background. And in this case, this text is in the UI layer. And when I run it, you're going to see what happens. I'm able to move my character, that is this little square, all around, but I am able also to see that the text is moving with me. So that's because it's in a different layer and they changed the parallax. That is something that I'm going to show you. So when you click on the UI, you see that the parallax is 0, 0. The other ones have parallax 100, 100. And the parallax is basically just a measure on how much the layer moves compared with the other ones. So in this case, because they are making the UI 0, 0, that means that this element that is in the UI is going to remain in this position on the screen at all times. So that's really cool. Now, the problem that I was having up to this point with the game over that I have here is that I don't have any option to restart the game. So I was checking on my graphics that are over here. I'm just going to go for a flat light, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, something to restart. Let's use this one. And I just wanted to mention that most, if not all, of the images that I'm using here are created by Kenny. He's a Dutch artist that has created many images for Construct 2 and for the gaming community. So they are Creative Commons 0, so we can use them even for like well, commercial projects without any problem. And in this case, he also created a great on-screen control layer that I'm going to put here. I'm going to do this, and I'm actually going to open this, and I'm going to change the direction, something like that. So what I want to do is to add this element, and it should not appear while I'm playing. It should only appear when I lose. So I have the game over, and then when I touch this element, this return, it should be a restart game. So let's see how I make that. So the first thing that I need to do is to go here to the properties and say that the initial visibility is visible. So that's something that we already did with the game over. The game over appears here when I'm editing the game, but not when I'm playing. And the other thing that I did is that in this event, I was making the game over visible. So I'm going to do the same with this flat light that I'm going to rename it. I'm going to change it like to restart button, something like that. I'm going to make the restart button visibility. You can use the search box here, set visible to visible. So that's good. Now let's try this. And where are my enemies? Here. You see that it appears only when I have the game over. And the other thing that I'm going to add is to detect the touch on the restart button. So I'm going to add it over here, and it's going to be similar to what I was doing already here with the enemy and with the alien. So I'm going to add touch on touch object restart button, so I know that is detecting this, and then I'm just going to restart the game. So restart layout that we have here. So let's try that. So I start the game, supposedly I make some points, then I begin like an idiot touching the enemies, game over, and now I restart the game. But you see that the score goes back to 0 and everything is like that, but still everything is frozen. What happens is that when I when I got to the game over condition, that is this one, I set the time scale of my game to 0. So that means that the game is paused. And even if I'm restarting the layout, it's still not changing the time scale. So I'm going to basically copy this action, and I'm going to say I want it back to 1. That is normal speed of the game. So let's try it again. Again, my game over condition, and it's not doing it because that's the other thing, of course I forgot, is that my score is still at 0, so it immediately sets the time scale to 1, but again enters this condition and gets back to 0. So the other thing that I have to add is to reset the global variables. So I'm going to put it over here, and let's try it again. Third time's the charm, right? So game over, and now it works perfectly. So I remember that one time I had a huge confusion the first time that I was trying to do this, and I was not able to figure it out, and it had to do with something like that. So here, game over, and there you go. So the next time, I think it's going to be on Monday, that I'm going to do a small stream. I'm going to do it with more time. Quite likely the first part is going to be just to cover exactly what I've been doing in this series so far. But I'm going to also share the links for the project that I have, like the different steps, so you could go back and check the videos and see up to which point you're working. And then hopefully you like this game, and well, I'm going to do another game soon that has to do with the turret behaviors, pathfinding, so it's going to be just a tower defense. In the meantime, I hope that you like this one, and well, let me know what do you think about this stream and how everything's going. And if you have any other games, also let me know. I like to promote them, especially if you are in my area, and would love to see more game developers popping out and saying hello. And of course, last thing, again, my information, so you get a peek on it, and just let me know how everything's going. Thank you.